What if I told you that your emotional numbness isn't a glitch? It's a program, a survival algorithm installed so deeply in your brain that it's been passed down for 40,000 years. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not even mentally ill in the way you think. You're frozen in a way that started before you were even born, before psychology had a name, back when survival meant silence, stillness, obedience. And unless you understand the real cause of this emotional shutdown, no amount of therapy, journaling, or positive vibes will ever wake you up. This isn't a self-help video. It's a psychological exorcism. Let's begin. Most people know about fight or flight, but here's the truth they rarely tell you. There's a third response. Older, quieter, more dangerous. It's called freeze. And it's the one that keeps you feeling numb, disconnected, and unable to care even about the things you used to love. This freeze state is rooted in your dorsal vagus nerve, part of your autonomic nervous system. But here's what's wild. Scientists in 2020 discovered that this freeze response mimics death in some animals. Heart rate drops, metabolism slows, senses shut down. It's a survival mechanism called tonic immobility. Sharks use it to paralyze prey. Possums use it to play dead. And humans? We use it to feel nothing when life becomes too much to bear. But the real question is, why is your brain choosing to shut down? Let me tell you a story. In 1973, in a remote orphanage in Romania, hundreds of babies were found lying silently in cribs, not crying, not moving, not responding to affection. Why? Because no one came when they cried. So their nervous system switched off. What you call numbness is your nervous system's version of pulling the plug on emotional electricity. It starts when connection becomes a threat. If you grew up in a house where emotions were ignored, punished, or ridiculed, your brain learned feeling is dangerous. So it shut you down, not because you're weak, but because you're intelligent. This wasn't failure. It was self-preservation. In 2015, researchers at Harvard found something startling. They were studying alexithymia, a condition where people can't identify or describe emotions. Turns out many people with trauma, even small t trauma, show similar brain patterns. Their anterior insula, the brain's emotional translator, becomes underactive. That means your body feels pain, but your mind can't interpret it. It's like hearing someone scream through a wall, but not understanding the words. So what do? You ignore it. You scroll. You numb out. This isn't random. It's neurobiological protection. And here's the kicker. Over time, your brain stops even trying to feel. It reroutes all signals to autopilot. Routine becomes religion, and you become a ghost inside your own life. In 1793, a French physician named Philippe Pinel walked into an asylum in Paris. Patients were chained to walls, treated like animals. He removed the chains, not out of compassion, but curiosity. What he discovered changed psychiatry forever. Many of these patients weren't mad. They were mute, unmoving, numb, silent. And here's what he noted. The moment they felt seen, even for a second, their eyes lit up. Tears flowed. Memories returned. You don't break numbness with motivation. You break it with witnessing. But no one teaches you how to witness yourself. Instead, you were taught to hustle through it, smile through it, survive through it. And survival always demands one thing: sacrifice. Here's a disturbing truth. Numbness is never the first emotion. It's the cover. Beneath it, shame, rage, despair, terror. The emotions you never had permission to feel. Your body knows. That's why you shut down when someone asks, "What's wrong?" Because what's wrong is too big, too ancient, too loud. And numbness? That's the body saying, "Let's not open that door. It's too dark." But what if you had a flashlight? Here's the part no one talks about. You can't think your way out of numbness. You have to feel your way out. But not by going full throttle into trauma. That'll re-shock your system. Instead, we use what I call micro-rewilding. Step 1, cold awareness. Not ice baths, but noticing one tiny sensation a day. The warmth of a mug, the sound of your breathing, one flicker of sensation at a time. Step 2. Interrupt the default. Do one small thing differently. Eat with your non-dominant hand. Walk a different route. Shake your body for 7 seconds. Why? Because your nervous system wakes up through novelty. Step 3. Create mini witnessing moments. Voice note your truth. Not for therapy, just for you. Name one feeling per day, even if it's numb, because naming it tames it. Here's what's truly tragic. You don't feel numb because you're unsafe. You feel numb because you finally are, and your body doesn't know what to do with it. After years of tension, silence feels like terror. Stillness feels like threat. Peace feels like pain. That's why you sabotage calm. Why you start fights during quiet moments. Why you feel restless after finally resting. You weren't built for chaos. You were trained in it. And now, your body needs to be retrained in safety. That begins not with force, but with permission. There's a part of you that remembers what it's like to feel alive. It's still in there, buried beneath decades of silence, shame, and survival. And it's whispering, not screaming. Whispering. That's why you can't hear it through the noise of your scrolling, hustling, or perfectionism. You don't need more willpower. You need more listening. Because numbness isn't the enemy. It's the message. And the moment you stop fighting it is the moment your soul returns. Welcome back. If this stirred something in you, don't just sit with it. Comment below. What's one thing you stopped feeling and want to feel again? Share this with someone silently struggling. Subscribe for more psychological deep dives that tell you the truth others won't.